Everybody, it's Fred. Just responding to some questions about how to transfer your art from Color Me Your Way books onto Canvas. So a Canvas art transfer. First off, you're going to need to take your art. What I've done is I've taken my pictures and I've put them in a portfolio. So I've cut them out of the book, and they're protected in here in a portfolio. Some of them have chalk pastels, etc. So I've used this Grumbacher Final Fixative on it. It does make your colors a lot more light fast, which means they won't fade, even the pencil crayons, etc. But my first step was I did remove the pictures from the book. And I bought a portfolio to display them all. They're protected better, I find. It's a lot more professional looking. And I can pull them out now and make color photocopies such as this. At Staples, a ledger size color photocopy costs 89 cents. And that's what you're going to need for your Canvas transfer. So you pick out your art, bring it down. They got the self-service machines. It's 89 cents to rifle off a photocopy. I loaded up a $10 card. I got 7 photocopies and some change because they add tax to it, of course. So now, next thing you're going to do is you're going to trim your picture. Now, if you buy a canvas that's smaller than your picture, the great thing about that is you can wrap it around the edges of your canvas. So your whole canvas can have your art on it. Or you can just have it the size of the canvas, the 11 by 17. And actually you got to go a size smaller, because although the pages are 11 by 17, the artwork itself is not 11 by 17. So the pages that you photocopy are 11 by 17 ledger size though. But you're going to need a pair of scissors to trim off the excess sides on these. So that's what you're going to do next, is you're going to trim your artwork. Okay, so I'm just going to pause and trim my artwork. Okay, so now, magic of video, we have our trimmed artwork. And next we are going to need a gel mat. So you can buy this at your local Michaels. Make sure you wait and use a coupon, because it is $20. I paid $10 with the coupon. Or you can use Mod Podge, which I found worked a bit better. I got less bubbles when I was applying my paper to the canvas. You want to work out the bubbles, because that's the spots that you're going to have white spots where your work won't transfer any place where there's bubbles. So I found I got less bubbles with the Mod Podge, but with the gel mat you can work out the bubbles irregardless. And the Mod Podge came with a brush, a sponge brush. That's what I used. I hear if you use a bristle brush that you can get brush strokes, that this gel mat will dry, showing the bristle strokes, which would be a nice thing, making it look more like a painting on the canvas. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you are going to liberally coat your picture with this and your canvas. Basically, a lot of how-to videos say just coat your canvas. Make sure you get in all the grooves and everything. I do that. I liberally coat the canvas. But for an extra bit of measure, I coat the artwork as well, just to make sure that all the color does get transferred, that the whole picture is going to adhere to the canvas. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to cover the canvas and put the artwork on. Brush it all on. So using the brush, see, I don't have enough hands, so again we're going to pause, but that's what we're doing. We're brushing the gel mat or the Mod Podge onto the picture, right? And then we're going to put the picture, and that's a work I've got in progress, face down. That's important. Face down after it's covered. So you want the color side down on the canvas. Okay? That's very important. You don't want it up, down. So all the color transfers into the canvas. So now we can see here that I've got the picture. Cat here. Sorry, cats. And they're shedding. It's getting warm out. So what we have here is the canvas, right? With the picture. I trimmed it, and it is exactly the same size as the canvas. And I've pretty much got out most of the bubbles, as you can see. All right. And now we're going to leave this to set for a minimum of 24 hours. A little longer if you go heavy on the gel mat like I did. So make sure that it's dry, completely dry, before you start the next step. Otherwise you'll lose your artwork. I know it's not original, it's just a photocopy, but you will have destroyed a canvas and some gel mat, which is money. Okay? So, the next video will show how we remove the paper. Thanks, guys.